Bears win. Bears win on Monday Night Football in Foxborough. Doubters, you're quiet. We all know it. Packers are on a 3-game losing streak. Bears are on a 1-game winning streak. The Bears are now 3-4 after shocking the New England Patriots. It took them 2 quarterbacks, and they still couldn't beat the Chicago Bears. Oh, my goodness. The offense almost puts up another 400-yard game. The defense has 3 interceptions and a fumble recovery. The coaching staff did a fantastic job. And, man, Justin Fields shut everybody up tonight. Tony, holy shnikes. I know that you were watching. And also, fun fact, the Chicago owns Boston. Beating the Celtics at the United Center 120 to, I think it was like 102. And the Bears beating the New England Patriots on the road 33-14. Tony, instant reaction.
It was great to see Bill Belichick, as some call him, not pass the great Papa Bear, George Halas, in all-time wins on Monday night against the Chicago Bears in front of the nation when all of ESPN, I don't know if you saw that graphic, all of ESPN
everyone
picked the Patriots. So I love it. Oh my gosh, I was soaking it in. When's the last time I think we've had a true blowout on national television that we were not on the losing side of? It's been a while, right?
It's been probably since 2018. You know, I mean, I always think of the Rams Bears game. That weird, it was Sunday Night Football 17. It was like Bears 16-7, whatever it was, because the past is the past. Like you said, Bears are back. Bears, okay, they're not back, but they're there. They're
I think
relevant.
The Bears are back.
Are the Bears back? I mean, I would love to say the Bears are back, but holy cow. And by the way, Justin Jones just came out with his tweet and said, post-game analysis, balls were inflated to the fullest. Result, 3 interceptions. And the Bears win because the Patriots can't win without cheating. Love Justin Jones. What a game for him. A great block pass, and also a great fumble recovery by him. But oh my goodness. What we all want to talk about tonight is Justin Fields' play. Tony, I'm just going to jump into it. What a game. Probably the best game of his career, in my opinion, not stats-wise, but game control-wise. Justin Fields did a fantastic job. Even he had one rough spot when, you know, Lucas Patrick went out and Sam Mustipher was back in. The offensive line was all over the place. Had to figure out how to kind of readjust themselves. And then he had that interception that was off the hands of the Patriots defensive end, which ended up being an INT. Only INT of the game for Justin Fields because he had 179 passing yards with one touchdown, one rushing touchdown, 1 interception. Just a bad throw, but he ran it for 83 yards, 6.4 yards per carry off 13 rushes. Not sexy stats, but what a game. I am just happy about it. Tony, I mean, what more do you want? It's Monday Night Football, and Justin Fields led your team to victory.
Well, if you go back in the and you do a little Twitter NFL scouting, you'll see there was a play where there was a guy that was open for a half second off to the left that he couldn't see. Just kidding. Obviously, that was amazing. You were so right. It shut up the doubters. And it's just so nice because we have been on that train. I'd like to think. I know I have been. I think you two have been too, Nick, right? Yeah. We've been on that train of if he gets the time, if he gets the time, he can do it. Like that, just plain and simple. He got the time. Sometimes there were definitely Sam Mustipher just like playing for the Patriots for a couple plays, insanity. But either way,
I gotta tip my hat to him. He walked in. He did what he had to do. There was still a lot of pressure on Fields. I would still prefer
overall. I will say that they definitely gave him more time tonight. And I definitely more than that Washington game. And that's when we saw Fields actually go completely from right to left with his reads. Exactly what everyone's been, yelling about. He is one read. He was a 7-read guy tonight. He was making maybe the left tackle was eligible. He was just checking it out just to be sure. It was beautiful.
I think the best play of the night, and everyone, please tell me I'm wrong, Tony, if I'm wrong. I think the best play by him tonight, which was a dirty play on the Patriots, but it was when Justin Fields was under pressure, sidearm threw it to Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert ended up running it for a touchdown. But that was just a smooth play by Justin Fields, and he felt the pressure around him. And then the Patriots tackle him from behind, face mask to the spine, and then Justin Fields still gets up. just a tough guy.
What was even awesome about that play too is, yes, obviously the sidearm and all that too, but he took a beat to basically let that guy that was in front of him, the one of the two guys, like you said, that were sandwiching him, kind of get a little deeper upfield so that the guy couldn't knock it down. He couldn't reach his arm out. He could pass it around it. So he didn't, I don't think he stepped up, but it was just an extra little beat. The guy kind of went by him just enough to throw that sidearm. I don't know if you can see me. I'm literally doing it like I'm actually athletic or something.
You are Justin Fields. You're the quarterback's coach.
That's what yeah, exactly. That's why I said give them time, and they did. I could definitely be on the Bears or coach for the Bears. But yeah, I completely agree with you. I do think that was the play of the game, just because it showed everything about Justin Fields that we love in one play.
And also, speaking of everything Justin Fields has, again, so official stat line now coming out after the game. He had 14 carries for 82 yards, 5.9 yards per carry, one rushing touchdown. Fields also went 13 for 21 with 179 passing yards, one touchdown, one interception. But just what a day by him. I mean, look at Darnell Mooney's stats: 3 receptions, 53 yards for 17.7. Aquanius St. Brown, 4 catches for 48 yards, 12 yards per catch. Cole Kmet, 2 catches. And I know it's 2 catches, but 32 yards for 16 yards. Khalil Herbert, obviously with the 1 touchdown run, a 25-yard reception. N'Keal Harry against his old team gets a 14-yard reception. What a game by these guys. We'll get into the defense in a second. But overall, I think that Luke Getsy really did a great job tonight, just expanding the playbook. And I think just we were impatient because we know what this offense is capable of from a Justin Fields standpoint. I still need some help with target wise. But overall, Luke Getsy literally handed him the keys to the bank and said, you want to play a game? Let's do it on Monday Night Football against the Patriots. And that's exactly what Justin Fields did.
Yeah, it gave him the keys to the car, as they'd say out in New England, Boston area. But overall, my summation of the offensive night that Luke Getsy, his calls, just everything that happened was they finally just played to their strengths. And I'm not saying Luke Getsy necessarily was the only one not doing this, but to coaching regimes past, whether it was even back to Mitch, whatever it was a coach that was willing to adapt to his quarterback and do what was best for him, do the call plays that he knew would put his dynamic athletic quarterback in the best position to succeed. He did that, and look what we get. We almost score 40 points if we don't take a knee, to be respectful and end the game. I wish they ran it in with Tristan Ebner. I don't remember his first name at this point. Yeah. So overall, yeah, it was just beautiful.
And I want to, before we go to the defense real quick, I want to give my hats off to the offensive line. I think they did a really good job, all things considered. Looking at the stats, Fields was sacked 4 times. It is what it is. The Patriots have a tough defense, arguably a top 10 defense. And the Bears ran 33 points on them, only punted twice. Bears had 4 total penalties for 35 yards, 1 being on Braxton Jones, which was BS in my opinion. But the offensive line allowed gave opportunity for the offense to have 5.6 yards per play, 243 total rushing yards, 179 passing yards, almost broke. With the sacks, you have to put it in consideration. They almost broke 400 yards offense, but back-to-back games with 390 plus total offensive yards. Hats off to the offensive line. I think they did a great job, especially on 3rd down, 11 for 18. They made time. Fields made it effective. Also, Fields did use his feet a lot, but what a game by them overall.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy about my final comment before we go to the defense is, the offensive line did a great job, especially on the run game. I know Montgomery had a couple plays where he had to do the majority of the work, obviously breaking tackles, but I mean, they were just gashing them. It's been the same story all year where they're just the greatest run blocking team of all time and arguably the worst pass blocking team of all time, but they improved on their pass blocking. There were some crazy bad mistakes still. But, the run blocking was phenomenal. They're showing replays right now. They are mauling people. Impose their will. They imposed their
Tevin Jenkins, man. Tevin Jenkins. I
thought he was going to come out of the game 5 different times as he's just laying there like holding a different body part. Absolute gamer. I love it.
Tough as freaking nails, man. I love it. But let's go over. So the Bears defense held Bailey Zappi.
I say Zappy, but I think it's Zap. Doesn't matter.
They both said both last names. I'm just putting it out there. I think it is Zappy, but he started off hot. There was no doubt about it. He went 4 for 4 out of the gate with 53 yards and 2 touchdown passes, and then he went or 1 touchdown pass, and then he went ice cold. He ended the night with 14 for 22 with 185 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Mac Jones, bad. Who's saying that Justin Fields was a worse choice? Because he went 3 for 6, got benched with only 13 yards and an interception. But I mean, a great day by the defense overall. They only allowed Patriots to have 260 total yards offense, 190 yards passing, and 70 yards rushing. That was a big concern that we did in the pregame show about this Bears rushing defense. And Alan Williams must have been listening to me. I'm like, we're going to blitz a lot more because the Bears had, yes, they only had 1 sack, but they were in the backfield and they only gave up 70 total rushing yards. What a day by the defense. We'll get into breakdown the stats in a minute, but Tony, I'm proud of them. I think they did I think they stepped up more than the offense, all things considered, and they held that Patriots team to nothing.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite Bears defensive games in a while. That was incredible. They were getting after him. I don't even blame him for those 2 zappy drives, whatever. He almost had that Tebow energy about him because it's not just the Bears he did this to. He's done it the past couple of games. So the fact that they were able to withstand it and then come back and just shut him down for the second, like halfway through the second quarter and on, that was incredible. I think it was, and the stat might have changed. It closed out on me. My computer's so old, but I think the Bears had more total rushing yards than the Patriots had total yards.
Yep, you are correct.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that second to last drive changed it at all. Yeah,
actually it did. So the Bears had 243 total rushing yards, but the Patriots had 260 yards of offense. Still, like
it was that last pass. There was 1 pass on that second to last drive. Okay, well, either way, besides the garbage time pass at the end, the defense was incredible. Just getting after it, like you said, just 8 guys to the ball every time. That's what the Bears need to do.
They just need to everyone run after. I tweeted this off the main account, but I just get frustrated when guys stand there and they're like doing like the thing like Vince Papale and Invincible. Like he's like shuffling his feet and he doesn't know where to go. Just go get the damn ball. I would rather you miss a tackle of you trying. It could be because you're going to slow down that guy, pushing him in a direction. Hopefully one of your teammates comes out and gets it. But big day for the defense. Roquan Smith had a total of 12 tackles. Jaquan Brisker with the interception of his Roquan also had an interception. But Air Brisker, I'm calling him now, like one-handed, sick interception, first career interception for him. Nicholas Moreau had 5 tackles. Eddie Jackson with 4 tackles. I was a little disappointed in Eddie on coverage a little bit tonight, but overall he had a good game. Jalen Johnson only with 2 tackles. Justin Jones with 2 tackles. Mike Pennell, I don't think he should have gotten ejected. No. I just want to put that out there. I thought that was a BS call. It was a football play.
The call, I think, was unfortunately correct. I think the rule is bad and
poorly interpreted. The rule is correct, but it was not a good call.
Other way around, I think, personally. I think it was the right call for the rule. I think the rule is bad, though. Because the reason I think it was interpreted,
same message. I'm giving the same. I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I think, but yeah, annoying. That was kind of ridiculous because he was in front of the play. He was in. I mean, I know he's a big fat lineman, but sometimes those guys are fast. Like he was in the play. Like it wasn't completely out of the play. You hit him in the front. I get that it was technically a blindside block, but I don't know, man. Look around. Like be aware of your surroundings. Whatever. I hope he's okay. Obviously, it looked like he was a little woozy. You never want to see someone hurt, but it is football at the same time. Not everyone's going to come out of a game perfectly healthy. Ejection was ridiculous. It was a block.
Yeah, it was.
There was no ill intent.
It was over.
Yeah, it was. He was technically in the play. That's why I think the ejection was ridiculous. Again, if the rule is that is a penalty, too many that's in that sense. Then it's a penalty, but bad rule either way. Great game by the Bears.
I'm 33-14. This team is.
I don't know how to react. This is weird.
Back-to-back games where the Bears offense puts up a lot of yards, but they actually scored. I mean, the Bears scored on 3 drives in a row. Yeah, 2 of them were field goals and 1 was a touchdown, but there's a touchdown in there. Like Carlos Santos was money tonight. I really was proud of St. Brown. I think St. Brown honestly is my favorite wide receiver out of the bunch. I like Mooney, obviously, but St. Brown is just a big, fast wide receiver who can block too. And that was something that they called out during the game, is that coming from Green Bay, you have to be able to block. I think that's why they brought him in. He might not be a big dude, but he knows what he's doing. He's got good blocking technique. So, I mean, the Bears won the game. They're 3-4. They go to play Dallas this upcoming Sunday, which is not going to be an easy game with Dak Prescott back, but it's not like the Patriots are that much worse than the Cowboys. I know on record, the Cowboys are 5-2, Patriots are 3-4. But when Bill Belichick's your coach, it's better than Mike McCarthy. Like Dallas
Micah Parsons is terrifying, and that's going to kind of be like the Judon effect that the Patriots had tonight, where that's going to be a big issue for our offensive line for sure. But I do agree with you. I think we have a good record against the Cowboys over the past few years. Even for some reason, we play them really well.
I know that the Bears usually in Dallas play really well. Let's pull up that record all time before we close out today. So Bears versus Dallas results all time. Dallas leads the series 15-2, but the Bears have won 3 of the last 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. The Bears have won 4 of the last 6. So in recent history, the Bears are favorited, in my opinion. Wow. Underdog has not come out yet, but any given Sunday, tonight's a perfect example. If the Bears put up a 390 game in Dallas, which is very Bears fan heavy, any given Sunday, Bears could be 500 after Sunday, after like 4:00, which I will lose my mind if that happens. And by the way, I did a new strategy tonight. You ready for my strategy of what I did instead of what I've been doing every game? Didn't drink Miller tonight. Usually I've been drinking. Miller's been working. If I only drink Miller, if I mix, the Bears lose. And also, I predicted that the Bears were going to lose. So from now on, I'm going to predict that the Bears are going to lose. And also, I didn't drink it all tonight because it's Monday night and I got to wake up for work tomorrow. But I'm happy I didn't because the Bears won. And if the Bears are going to win without me having a beer during the game, unless it's a Miller Lite, fine Pilsner, I'm going to do it. That's just superstition to me. I don't know if it's actually going to work or not. Wow. But Tony's like, wow, that's
who would have thought that responsibility and pessimism was just the key to the Bears winning the Super Bowl, going undefeated. That's incredible.
I think that if the Bears beat Dallas and I do this strategy again, I think that like I got to get something. Someone's got to call me and Miller Lite's got to be like, come on, give us another chance. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so happy about this Bears win, man. 3-4. Can't ask for much more.
I have one final shout out. The most important thing that happened all of tonight was that I went 2-0 on my picks I gave out on Instagram and Twitter. I'm 4-0 now in Tony's picks this season since like the Blackhawks opening night. I started doing it. I gave out 2 picks because we beat the Breaks. That's the nice word I'm going to use. We're going to beat the Breaks, or we did beat the Breaks out of Massachusetts. I had Andre Drummond over 5.5 rebounds, Darnell Mooney over 45.5 yards, both cashed before their respective first halves were over. So, not to say I'm the best gambler in the world, but I'm incredible.
Tony's good when the camera's on him.
Yeah, and that's a fact.
That's just a fact. And the fact is that the Bears are 3-4 and they won tonight in New England. So, Tony, any more comments before we close out?
No, the Bears are incredible, and I'm going to pick them to win probably every game for the rest of the season. So stay tuned for that, as Nick would say. And yeah.
And that's right, because the Bears are now 3-4, beating the New England Patriots 33-14 in Foxborough. What a game. Thanks for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. Make sure you subscribe for all updates and follow us on social. My name is Nick Rohde, joined alongside my good friend and co-host, Tony Cepeda. Bear down. Enjoy the rest of the week. We got Dallas coming up on Sunday. Stay tuned for pregame and all Bears news from us, and we'll see you guys next time.